Continue. So what we'll have a look at next now turns off. There we go. It's getting there. Right, so what we're going to have a look at now in this class is the quadratic formula. So, this is a formula which I believe you already know it. Most of you have seen before. So what I'd like to do to get started is to have a look at the proof of the formula. So, we want a formula where we can solve ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Okay? So what I'll do first, Nikita, come on. Yeah. What I'll do first is divide by a. Guys, can we start please? So what I'll do first is divide by a. So I'll get x squared plus b over ax plus c over a equals 0. Then I'll complete the square. So that'll be x plus b over 2a squared plus c over a minus b over 2a squared equals 0. Right, I'll just give you a minute to write this much down. You have that? Yeah. So now, I have x plus b over 2a squared plus c over a minus b squared over 4a squared equals 0. Then what I'll do, I'll multiply the top and bottom here by 4a. So what I'll get on the top is 4ac, and on the bottom I'll get 4a squared minus b squared over 4a squared equals 0. Now you notice that in the second, the two fractions here have a common denominator, which is 4a squared 4ac minus b squared equals 0. I think we can see where maybe this is moving to. So if I bring that to the other side, I get x plus b over 2a squared equals b squared minus 4ac over 4a squared. Next, what will I do? Square root x plus b over 2a equals square root b squared minus 4ac all over, and square root of 4a squared is 2a. Now, one line left. When I bring this over to the other side, it becomes minus b over 2a. And because they're both over 2a, I can put them together. So we finish up with x equals minus b, and that's actually a plus or a minus, square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. And that's the formula. Now, you don't need the proof for the exam, but I still would like you to write it down because it's good practice of algebra and completing the square. There's no harm in having this in your notebook. Okay, so we can, I'll just give you a minute to write that down. You have all of it, yeah? And this formula works, guys, listen please, this formula works in every situation except, well, there's two potential problems. We can't have A being 0, because then you're dividing by 0, and it's also not a quadratic. There's another potential problem.
Discriminant can be 0.
Yeah. We want it to be at least positive or 0. Provided we have those two situations, we can use the formula. Yeah? Yeah, but that's not on this course. So, but you are right. You can use it for complex numbers. Discriminant is next lesson. Yeah, I think, isn't it? Yeah, it's the next one. Comes from this. No, no, next one. Yeah, that's discriminant. We'll do that. Continue? Yeah? Yeah. Okay. Let's have a look at some examples of using this formula. So, let's say use the quadratic formula to solve 9x squared plus 18x minus 7 equals 0. We want to solve this. This is the A, this is the B, and this is the C. So to be clear, A is 9, B is 18, and C is minus 7. So according to the formula, that would be minus B plus or minus square root B squared minus 4AC all over 2A. Can somebody give me what's inside the root there? And does 576 simplify if you root it? Is it anything nice? Oh, it's exactly 34. Oh, 24. Nice. So this actually becomes 18 plus or minus 24 over 18, isn't it? Yeah, so that's going to be two answers, right? 18 plus 24 over 18. What's that? 24, 34, 42. Oh, it's a fraction, is it? Oh, sorry, I just lost my minus there. Thank you. A half or minus 18 minus 24 over 18. What's that? Yeah, 42 over 18, 21 over 9. So that's minus 2 and 2/3. 8 over 3? 7 over 3.
Yes, 7.
You said 2. You said 2 and 1/3 or 2/3. 2.3. Okay, sorry. I was hearing 6. Minus 7 over 3 then. 1 over 3. Thank you. 1 over 3 or minus 7 over 3. Okay, let's have a look at another one then. Let's say solve x squared minus 14x minus 1. Nikita, get off the radiator, thank you. Okay. What's the A? 1b minus 14 and c is minus 1. Minus b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So that's 14 plus or minus square root something over 2. So 14 squared plus 4. 200? Okay, I'm sure we can simplify 200. What's it going to be?
102. So it's like
10 root 2.
root 2.
Yeah. 14 plus or minus 10 root 2 over 2. So the answer is 7 plus or minus 5 root 2, yeah? Alright, that one was okay. You can write that one down. Yeah, not too difficult this morning. Not too difficult this morning. You got that? Yeah? Continue, guys? Or? Yeah? So, just a little bit of terminology. DP stands for decimal places, yeah, and SF, significant figure. So just a refresher on this, okay? So let's say I have something like 12.3126 and I want that to, let's say, 3 decimal places. So that means you want only 3 numbers after the point, 1, 2, 3. So because of the 6 here, this one is going to round up. So the answer will then be 12.3. Okay? How does this compare to SF? If I said 12.3126 3SF, that means you want the first 3 numbers, which aren't 0. So that's that one, and that one. So that becomes 12.3. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, because the next one is a 1. A little bit harder. Suppose I said 0.012345, and let's have a look at 2dp, and let's do 2SF. So 2 decimal places, what would that be? It'd be 0.01. Now what's 2SF? 1, 2, good. Yeah, you're looking at the first 2. And you don't count the zeros. So 0.012. Okay? So let's take an example. You'll need your calculator. What I want you to do is give the roots to, let's say, 3SF in minus x squared minus 9x minus 3 equals 0. I want you to use your calculator and give the answer to 3SF for this one. Got them yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. So on the calculator it would mean minus minus 9 plus or minus, sorry, we'll do the plus one first, plus square root minus 9 squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And then you'll have to do it again with the minus value. 9 minus square root minus 9 squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So when you put in the plus possibility, what do you get? What's this one here?
Minus 0.347.
And what was after the 7, or is that?
It was 6.
Okay, so you rounded up then. So that was a rounded up answer, and that's the answer there. And then this one here, the minus one, what do you get?
Minus 8.65.
And was that a rounded off? What was
no,
it?
No, the next
The next
is
number.
3.
It's 3, okay. And so it's a round down then, yeah. Okay, and that's the two answers then. So you see nothing too difficult in this particular lesson then.
Let's do the homework.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's a good chance you should get all your homework done today and have nothing to do at home. Because you probably nearly finished the last one, right?
Yeah.
Or you did finish it?
Almost.
Almost, okay. So good chance we could be homework free tonight. Yeah? We'll keep it the same. We'll say 1A, 2A, 3A, and 4 as something interesting to try. Only 4 questions, okay? Easy peasy.